Hey guys, my favorite time of year is here, Halloween. I want to connect with people around the world to see if and how they're celebrating. Keep watching. Each year, I like to go around and look at which houses are gonna be the spookiest. So this year, I found one in Ridgewood, the Ridgewood Hotel. I'm gonna show you, it's right behind me. Let's go. This place is so cool. They've dedicated their home every year to being spooky. You can see it's 2 levels. They have a bunch of decorations up there as well as down here. Super cool. Hi Emma, how are you today?
Hey Kristin, I'm so good. What's going on in the US?
I'm doing basically just asking people about how they celebrate Halloween in their part of the world. What it means to you. It's been my favorite holiday ever since I was little, and the more I learn about how it's experienced in other parts of the world, it just gets me more excited.
I love that because, you know, I'm Irish, I live in Bulgaria right now, but totally Irish born and raised. And you know, all Irish people around Halloween, when we're with foreigners, we're like, you know, Halloween was Irish. You know, Halloween was originally Irish. You know, we started it. It's called Samhain. So we were quite proud that Halloween was Irish. You know.
Yeah.
So Halloween came from a really ancient festival called Samhain. And
so cool.
Samhain is actually the word in Irish for November. That's how we say it.
Oh, cool.
But it was a really ancient festival with the Iron Age Celts, where they believed like the year was split in two, the dark half and the bright half of the year. And then on the 1st of November, that was when it changed to the dark half. So in between, that dark and light had no power, and there's a chance of the otherworldly coming through.
Yeah.
So then from this belief, all of these superstitions kind of started to grow. So they believed that the dearly departed would visit them, and they should leave candles in the window to welcome them, but also leave them food to say, like, you know, we're nice, like to kind of appease them or to make them happy, so that they weren't coming angry to the house. So that's where the trick-or-treating kind of started.
In Ireland, was it tradition, or is it tradition, or is this completely not a thing where people dress up, or is this something that has always happened or more like modernized?
Oh yeah, this started from Samhain. So cool. When they believed that the spirits would come to the door, people started dressing as spirits and going to doors to get the treat, to be, you know, they were leaving things for the spirits. So then people started dressing as the spirit to get things from people. And then also apparently it was if you dressed like a spirit, maybe the other spirits would leave you alone because you look like them. So it was to disguise yourself. So you went door to door. And then when Irish people started emigrating to America, the Irish kids, when they first went there, they were going trick-or-treating, and it was not taken well. Like in the 1930s, people in the US started saying, like, I think there was some banner or some sort of advertisement saying US children don't beg. They viewed it as like begging.
Wow.
No, but then
of
later,
course,
they started to adopt it themselves. Actually.
Yes, because it's a capitalist mentality. So they capitalized on the holiday. My last question for you is just how you're gonna celebrate this year.
There was a woman talking about how you could celebrate Samhain in good time, so I think I'm going to take some things and do it. So if you're not out with lots of people, what they used to do back in Ireland in the early years of Samhain, they would put chairs out for the dearly departed when they went to sleep and would leave the fire on. So you're welcoming the dearly departed. So I think I might do that.
I love that.
Yeah, like my old Samhain ancestors just like put the chairs in a circle and leave the light on.
So cool.
A celebration of my ancestry, yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
So you should consider doing that.
I'm definitely going to do some type of honoring my deceased loved one. Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing with me. I couldn't be happier to learn all about this. And from me, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, Kristin. Thanks so much for the chat. I'll talk to you soon.
Of course, bye. So I came back to the house that I showed you previously. I wanted to come back at night because it's definitely gonna be spookier. Let's check it out. So hi, how are you today?
Hi.
Doing good? So I'm curious, I want to know about how you celebrate Halloween.
Bueno, aquí en México, comúnmente el 31 de octubre se celebra Halloween. Y 1 y 2 se le dedica a los muertos.
Cool.
Los 3 días, 31, 1 y 2, se celebra el Día de Muertos aquí en México. Pero comúnmente el día 31 celebramos lo que en Estados Unidos celebran, el Halloween.
Got you.
Acá, sea fiestas, cumpleaños, lo que sea, ya para esta temporada toda la temática es de Halloween.
Wow.
Y para lo que es 31, 1 y 2, lo que hacemos son altares, se hacen oraciones o rezos a los difuntos.
That is so beautiful. So, I'm envious in a way because I love Halloween. Also, it's 3 days in total. I just think that's so cool. So thank you so much for sharing with me. How are you gonna celebrate this year? Do you dress up or do you just eat good foods, make altars, and how are you specifically gonna celebrate?
No, sí, las dos. Yo celebro las dos. Por mi familia, por una parte, celebramos Halloween.
Okay, cool.
Todos nos disfrazamos, todos entramos así como que en la fiesta. Convive más la familia. Se
So
va
cool.
a visitar el cementerio, las tumbas donde se encuentran, para llevarles flores.
So you put new perspective into my mind. So thank you for sharing with me. From me, happy Halloween. Bye, thank you so much.
Felices fiestas.
Hey Kelsey, how are you?
Hey, hi Kristin. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I want to discuss some Halloween topics and what it means for you culturally.
So basically, Samhain marked the end of the harvest season. So on the 31st of October to the 1st of November, they would harvest all the plants and bring the cows down to the summer fields and basically have a huge bonfire.
And then my last question is really like, what are your plans for this Halloween?
Well, we actually still do those Halloween parties. So no trick-or-treating, I'm a bit too old.
No worries. Do you dress up typically or no?
For the party, yeah.
Cool. I really just want to say thank you so much for sharing, and from me, happy Halloween.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Bye, Kelsey. So what are you gonna do in specific this Halloween for you?
Ok, bueno, en especial esta fecha quiero ir a visitar una de las ciudades de México, que es Michoacán, porque ellos hacen, digamos que hacen como una tradición muy especial y muy mexicana, donde acudimos a un lago y se encienden un poco de velas, se ponen flores sobre el lago y quiero hacer eso en específico este año. Quiero pintar también mi rostro y quiero tomar muchas fotografías. También estoy muy ansiosa por ir a visitar el panteón para visitar a mis familiares, llevar algunas flores y llevar un poco de música.
Yes, I love it. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing.
Quiero a México a celebrar estas fechas.
It's so cool. I'm like envious. Like in the States, we obviously celebrate Halloween, but it's more so like kind of disconnected in a way. Like there is heart in it for some people, but in Mexico and in Ireland, which are the people that I've been talking to about this video, it seems just like a lot more of tradition and heart, and I just love to hear it. So I really appreciate you sharing with me, and happy Halloween.
Ay, happy Halloween y feliz Día de Muertos también.
Feliz Día de los Muertos. Yes, okay. Gracias, muchas gracias.
Sí.
Thank you so much. Bye, Laura.
Bye, Kristin.
Alright guys, so not only did we see the spookiest houses in my neighborhood, but we got to hear from people around the world how they celebrate Halloween. How are you guys gonna celebrate this year? Comment down below and let us know. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel and download Ablo so you can make more human connections. Bye guys!
Open your world.